Okay, so fourth and hopefully final video. So I'm definitely going to try and get to everybody else's questions now that I've completely finished off Isis's insane amount of questions. Thank you, Isis. So I guess we're gonna just dive right into it with Mana Shepherd's question. When you made Desora, were you nervous about RPing her in the ME RP community? Was she here first or somewhere else? Also, Desora X Mana 5 ever. Yeah. Okay, so the whole Mana and Desora thing, that's totally an AU. It's not canon. Desora would not get with Mana in canon. Because she doesn't like humans. Like, she's not attracted to them. I'm sorry. Like, as close as she can get with humans, like, as close as she is with Jim and as close as she is with Mana, she would never, actually have sex with them. She's just not attracted to them. She would be way too afraid of, like, fucking it up. So... yeah. Okay, so when I made her, I was very nervous about RPing her, because she is, I'm gonna admit it, she is slightly Mary Sue, just because of the connection she has to Sarah, and that's kind of a Mary Sue thing to do, is to give them, like, a connection to a main character, but, you know, different story. So, like, I was very nervous about that. I'm always really nervous about that. Like, I'm always very nervous about either in fan fiction or RP, of, like, making a connection to another character or making a connection to, you know, a canon character or anything like that. In fact, I get nervous about that kind of thing even in my own writing, when it's my own original writing, my own story, and my original characters. I get really, really nervous about making them Mary Sue-ish. So I tend to nerf them. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but Desora has some emotional issues. That's me nerfing her character. Before I posted her, I kind of I gave her some emotional issues. I made her a bit of an alcoholic. A bit. Like, I tend to nerf characters, and then, you know, their development is developing out of the nerfing that I do. Because I'm just like, no, because if they don't have problems, they're too Mary Sue-ish, and then no one will like them. So, like, I have this problem of utterly destroying my characters before I put them in anything. So, I am very nervous, and it's kind of more along the lines of, being a mother, like, sending your child off on the first day of school and being very nervous about it, because you know, you're sending them off and you're hoping they'll make friends, and and you're hoping they'll do well, and that, you know, people will like them, and that someday they'll get married and all that jazz. Like, it's very much like, it's a lot like that for me. Like, those are my emotions when I send characters off into role plays. So I do get very nervous about it. But then once I get into the flow of things, I think the nervousness kind of goes away, and then I get really more into the character, and I start to develop them more and think about what's best for them and that kind of thing. So it's kind of an interesting concept. You know, the more I write, the more confident I get. To the point where I am confident in my writing. I think my writing is good. I wouldn't go out on a limb and say, like, my writing is the best ever. I'm the best role player. No, like, I feel like my writing is good, and I don't get down on myself on it, because there's enough things in my life that I get down on myself for. Like, my drawing skills, I hate my drawing skills. I get so annoyed. She was on Tumblr first, but she's now on another RP community, which, if you look at Krogan Zed's homepage, it's called Attican Traverse. I think it's a really good roleplay. You can't play canon characters or characters connected to canon characters, and they're not accepting Spectres right now, but I can see why. First of all, Spectres being really heavily overpowered, and then, you know, in forum RPs, it's different than Tumblr. Like, Tumblr, if you're not a canon character or connected to a canon character, or get connected to a canon character very quickly off the bat, you're kind of going to get left behind, and it kind of sucks, because then, you know, the less followers you have, the less role playing you're gonna get in. So, you know, you really have to have that connection. Whereas in a forum, that hurts you because, you know, you kind of ostracize yourself. You make yourself like the big figure and it can hurt you. So yeah, I made her for Tumblr first. Now she's on another forum where she's not related to Saren, and it's like altered her personality completely. Okay. Now these aren't even questions, you guys. I can't say them. Baby, no. Okay, so this is for Commander O.E. Shepherd. Baby, you know I love you, right? And no, that does not count as a mun question. That is praise. You guys praise me way too much. Like, every time I get, like, this perfect compliment, I flail and I want to go hide under a rock because I'm not used to it. I'm used to constructive criticism like I get from my family. Not that they're terrible people. I love them. They're great people. But, like, you know, you get comments from your family like, oh, it's great, but it can be better. Like, that's been my life. Like, oh, you got an A-, that could be better. So I'm more used to that. So when I get compliments, I freak the hell out. Like, I just do not know what to do with them. Please stop. I'm gonna cry. Like, that kind of thing. But I know you guys love me. Thank you for that. I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't think you guys loved me. James fucking Kirk, how are you so perfect? How do you do it? Are you magical? I am a leprechaun, but I'm not magical. I have too much Viking heritage in me to be full magical leprechaun status. I am not perfect. If I was perfect, I would be boring. That's honestly my opinion. I don't feel like anyone's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. If we didn't, we wouldn't be human. To err is human. That's just how it is. I think it's a good thing. How do I do it? I don't know. I guess like everybody else. Writing just kind of comes naturally to me. I've always been a really big storyteller. I really like telling stories. It's probably mostly my family's interest. We sit around and we tell stories during holidays. That's just what we do. Very kind of Irish in that. So, because my dad's side is like Viking and my mom's side is more Irish. So, yeah, I'm very used to telling stories, and it's something that I love doing, and I'm gonna love doing it the rest of my life, which is why I like writing. It's why I'm writing a book. It's why I like writing, period. So RPing is just a part of that. It's just developing my writing skills. I mostly use it as practice, because it's much faster paced than what I normally do. And it's something I really enjoy. You know, it's the same way I use fan fiction for practice. If any of you guys are interested, I will totally send you the links to my fan fiction. Although I honestly, like, I get really embarrassed over my fan fiction because I'm like, it's fan fiction. Why would you want to read that? Like, don't compare that to my other stuff. Please don't. So, you know, I just enjoy writing. That's really all it is. Like, writing is what keeps me waking up in the morning, because I don't have a lot of other stuff to get up for. No job, so, and no boyfriend or girlfriend, so. Not that I don't love you. Oh, because I do. It's just, you know, you have to have something in the morning to get up for. And all I have is writing. Not really, but, like, I feel like that's my passion. It's how I might get through the day. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for following me so much and for listening for, 4 10-minute videos, so 4 for 40 minutes of me just talking to a camera. Thank you for that. Thank you for just listening. I saw some of the comments from the earlier videos, and I'm not beautiful. Please stop saying that. I'm gonna, like, burst into tears. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for everything, and I guess I will continue RPing with you guys and see you guys later. Okay.